just walk right out the door. Don't wanna do this anymore. Now I'm lost without you. You drive me crazy out my mind. How'd you do this every time? Now I'm lost without you. Used to be the one I talk to when I'm sad. Can't you see now tainted love is all we have? Our issues run so deep, now when I try to sleep I feel so bad. I should leave and by the time it's done I'll be tainted love is all we had. Our issues run so deep, now when I try to sleep I feel so bad. I should leave and by the time it's done I'll be
like you're standing next to me. You're forever on my mind. You're forever by my side. Won't you hold me closely? I don't wanna fade away. Please just watch over me. It's not easy. Your love is immortal.
Hello.
Your love is
Hello, hello everyone. Welcome to the stream. Mic check 1 2, mic check 1 2. Can anybody hear me? Let me just try to stop this music for a bit. Okay, hello everyone. Let me just do one more final double check to see whether if this stream is working on another application. Okay, that's perfect then. I can hear myself, which is very good. Hello, everyone. This is KID and I'm bringing you all another live stream figure review. Let's get rid of this background for a bit, shall we? And there we go. Today we're all going to be taking a look at the Hasbro's Power Rangers Lightning Collection collaboration with the Street Fighter franchise, the Morph Cammy, Stinging Crane Ranger. Hello, Galaxy. Hello, welcome to the stream. Thank you for checking in. What's up? What's up? Oh, I didn't have any soup yet. I didn't have any soup, but I think the soup that I had yesterday kind of gave me some stomach aches. But that's all the soup that we kind of got today. How are you? How was your Raya holiday? How was your Raya break, Galaxy? I've seen you've been quite active on Instagram lately, so I hope it's been quite well, or I hope it's been quite fun. Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. Welcome. Yep. So as I was saying before, today we're going to be taking a look at another collaboration or another Street Fighter collaboration figure with Hasbro. This one is a original character, or maybe even like a original Ranger design. That is what I am assuming, mainly because, well, the character of Cammy didn't actually get a Ranger form in the Power Rangers Legacy Wars video game. So I am pretty much quite excited of this particular figure. I actually got this figure around, let's say, like 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks ago, give or take. What, as you can see on Instagram, yep, it has been pretty fun. Yeah, I think I got this particular figure like around 2 or 3 weeks ago. If you have not seen my Instagram, that would be the same exact name as I have on my YouTube channel handle. That would be KID on demand. So that would be where you can basically get some kind of updates with regards to what kind of content I am creating. I actually do have to record another figure review later on after the stream, so I hope we can get through the stream, fairly or quite fast in general. And my second phone has been buzzing quite a lot lately. So I guess without further ado, we all can begin to take a look at Cammy itself. Just like usual, I have actually pre-opened this particular figure just so that I can check to see whether or not are all the accessories in here. But before we actually open it up, here is a good look at the front of the box, as well as our Cammy Ranger. That is one of it. Here is the digital artwork of Cammy Ranger herself, which is very nice, quite thick, as you would imagine. Behind here, you will basically get another view of the Cammy Ranger in figure form, as well as all of the particular accessories that you would see. All of these accessories are basically new, except for the stand. The stand is literally quite the exact same stand as you would get from all of the other Lightning Collection Street Fighter collaboration. And last but not least, you get to see a lovely 3D render of the character's face. Morph Cammy, Stinging Ranger, or Stinging Crane Ranger. Yep, I guess that one should be it over here. By the way, have you seen the new Blue Eyes White Dragon model kit? I saw that. I saw that Blue Eyes White Dragon model kit, and yeah, if I have extra disposable income, then I'll probably buy it for myself. But other than that, it's pretty tempting. I also heard that they were gonna make a Exodia model kit as well. So that is something to take note of. So as we go along, this is what the inside of the box will look like. White Lightning itself. This is the accessories packaging, which we will take a look at later. And then you can see Cammy is just tucked right at the corner of the box. I really would have to find some time to fold up these boxes, but hey, aren't you guys glad that we will be getting back our windowless packaging type of plastic boxes instead of these cardboard ones? I mean, the cardboard ones are more or less easy to store, but It really just depends on what you're gonna do with those boxes. And here we go. Here we have our very own Cammy Ranger. Let me just hold, or let me just put this particular figure right on the table for a bit, so that way we can just readjust the camera, because I think I set up the camera just so it can take a picture. Sorry, just so it can have, you know, just so that you all can see the particular box in full screen. Let's just move this camera a bit closer so that way we get a better look. Yep, I guess that one should be it. Over here, here you go. This one would be our Cammy Ranger, the Stinging Crane Ranger. I have no idea why they call it a Stinging Crane Ranger, but that might be also due to the fact that, Cammy's particular attacks on the Legacy Wars video game, you can see that she is, in a way, trying to attack the opponents with a spinning kick, or like a stinging kick kind of thing. Yeah, you saw both. Exodia one looks well made. It looks like they just given her a mask. Yeah, actually, kinda. I mean, just by taking a look at the head sculpt or the helmet sculpt itself. So, based on the particular helmet sculpt, it's almost as if they are trying to go for a Green Ranger look, or they basically revamped the Green Ranger look of the Green Ranger helmet. Gave the visor kind of like a heart shape, almost like the MMPR Pink Ranger kind of look as well. So that is how it is basically looking like. But as I am saying this, where this particular helmet sculpt does look like a Pink Ranger, oops, if you can pay attention to this area here where my particular finger is touching, this does look like a reuse of a Pink Ranger helmet. Not gonna lie, a little bit, a small tiny bit of a reuse, because this really does look like a, like the pterodactyl's beak. But I think it is intentional, mainly because Cammy is the stinging crane ranger. So having some kind of bird beak in front would basically make sense. Perhaps that's why the Pink Ranger is designed the way she is. Over here, you also do get the red beret. I hope I am calling this particular accessory, or I hope I'm calling this particular hat correct, which is a beret. That way, you can basically tell similarly to Cammy's style, or similarly to Cammy's design. She does wear her red beret, and it's nice to see that the red beret really is, included in her Ranger form. I'm not too sure what this little dot is, like this little black dot over here. Just by looking at all those pictures, I still don't, just by looking at the box that's right next to me, I really have no idea what it's supposed to be. Maybe it's like a gem, just like the red gem from every Green Ranger in existence. So yeah, that one is the red gem. I think this beret here itself is meant to be like, the exact same beret as the one you would see Cammy wearing. Other than that, you also do have, or they basically still include, her very famous ponytails. I think these are ponytails, or basically her braids. So these braids are, made of a soft plastic. They can't exactly, bend into a position that you would like. If you really want them to be in a particular position, maybe you just need to, like heat up the plastic in such a way and then let it cool down. Then maybe it will stay by itself. But one good thing about it is that they are all connected to the helmet on ball joints. So if you do want to, like pose the hair in such a way as almost as if she was a type of Super Saiyan, yeah, then that is how you can basically go about it. I wonder if, yeah, hair can get blown against the wind. What am I thinking of? If you want to make it look like she has her own very unique bandana, that is one of the ways to go. All right, then. So that one would be for the helmet of the particular figure. It is quite nicely molded, nicely sculpted as well. The mouth plate is very much reminiscing to all of the Mighty Morphin Rangers. Then again, this one is an original creation, possibly by Hasbro as well. So, there isn't really much of a particular type of change. Another thing that we can basically take a look at would be her particular unique dragon shield, or in her case would be the stinging crane shield. It is quite a nice and interesting design, a very cool, unique female take of the Green Ranger's dragon shield. I honestly don't think there's any much special. It's using a dark or a dull gold plastic. It is quite soft, however, so that is one thing that we can take out for. Oh dear, I just noticed something. I think, if you're not careful with the rubber, or I think with time, if you keep your figure in storage for too long, this particular rubber piece or this particular armor would actually be snapping off. Yeah, definitely. Oops, sorry. Yeah, definitely. Since I'm not seeing anything on this side over here, but I am seeing a particular crack on this side. Before you know it, maybe by the end of this review, this armor piece would more or less, I hope not, but more or less snap off. But yeah, that is what you can usually get, or that is what usually happens with regards to these type of soft rubber plastic type of materials. Of course, you still do get your usual articulation range. This one would be on a female body mold, but it also is pinless as well, which is quite nice. Doesn't really quite ruin the illusion that this is a action figure. With regards to the head, well, let's see how we can actually pop up the head. So as I mentioned before in the past, or before in my previous screen itself, you can pop off the head just by pushing your thumb underneath the chin over here, and then from here you just push it upwards. Yep, there we go. It's quite easy, right? So over here, this one would be the particular neck of the figure. I think last time I mentioned, just like how I mentioned it previously, this one is like a type of dumbbell joint. There are two different modes of articulation, one at the body here itself, and then another one for the head. So, if you basically find a way to rotate it or something like that, you basically have the ability to do so. What do you call it? Huh, it looks like they just given her a mask. No, is her arm, wait, is here her arm is sear because of that suit. You mean like is the arm like a type of see-through? Yeah, this one is the arm is like a cyan type of color. I think this time instead of Hasbro just giving this particular figure a that is interesting. Maybe I'll get to it later. Instead of just giving her ranger form, like skin color, similarly to like our Ken Ranger. Uh, this time this time, however, she gets a colored arm itself. If anyone wants to customize this, they can actually still customize it as well. Another thing, this one would be just now what I noticed would be that her gloves are slightly bit different. The left glove has this particular accessory over here. As we can see, this one is a very, very, very nicely detailed glove that she would basically use to punch and attack her particular opponents. Over here on the right hand side, it's slightly a bit different. Yep, okay, so I am not wrong. No, I mean I didn't get a error figure because the glove can actually rotate, so you can rotate it to see which particular position you would prefer. The right arm is also the same. It's just that it doesn't have this back arm guard. If let me try to check with the box itself. Let's see whether if this is a type of mistake. I don't think it's a mistake. Just by looking at the box over here, if we try to zoom in at the back, you can see that red little part behind the shoulder area. That's one. But over here, you don't see that red little plastic behind that shoulder area. So I guess it is intentional. It's intentional that her left arm has a particular, elbow guard. Yep, that is, almost forgot what that body part is called. An elbow. Let's see. You didn't know what you wrote before that. All right. Okay then. Okay, so let's that one would be for the gloves. The gloves can actually still rotate. Let's look at her torso, shall we? So again, this one is the particular armor piece. that she got, which is unique to her. And then you have your main torso. This is really nice looking because, like, if you recall, or if you have played, if you have played Street Fighter games before, all of the girls are quite jacked in the game. They're quite fit in the game itself. So over here, you can see how fit Cammy is based on the abs that they actually have given her particular figure, which is quite nice. Also, you can still see her wearing, I think it was like her uniform, her leotard. I have no idea what the proper, excuse me, I have no idea what the proper real life outfit is called. So you can see that they still use, or basically they are still using the exact same thing. In a way, you could say that this whole entire figure is basically Cammy's original body. If they just painted, if they just left the skin color over here, or if they just left the skin color here and just left the leotard right here, and basically, and from there onwards, you have Cammy. You know, if in the event if this armor actually does break, I can also show you what the inside would look like. From what I can see, you can see this bluish color item over here, and then you can see a little bit of green over here. So you can tell, or you can kind of imagine what would be the outfit this particular, uh, without this particular character would have without the shield on. Uh, Up next, we got her own unique Street Fighter morpher. I think this is the best zoomed in I can get. Yep, so this one is her particular morpher itself. Judging by how it looks, you can barely see what her power coin actually looks like. But one thing good about it is that she does have a gold colored morpher around her belt area. And yeah, speaking of belts, this is the back of the figure, and yeah, that is really quite interesting. This one really is quite an interesting body mode, or quite an interesting design, because like I said before, they could have, I think, maybe Hasbro did some reverse engineering. They made a Cammy figure, and then they just painted her in her own usual Ranger colors. Oh man. Okay, so other than that, like I said, as I mentioned, if this was skin color, well, that one would be not suitable for work, or not appropriate for children of all ages. Okay, that's enough ass in one screen. Okay, then. So up next, you also do have her legs, her very, very muscular thighs, as Cammy is also quite known for. So this one is the famous thunder thighs of Cammy. Very muscular itself. It does have some lightning bolts in the particular design. I don't think I have a original Cammy image to see whether or not, is it the same as what Cammy would have. I mean, if I recall correctly, she would kind of have some kind of army looking shade, or army looking tattoo, or some kind of patches on her body itself whenever she goes out on her whatever type of mission. So yep, that one is for Cammy. So I think this time, since it is a ranger theme, you do have some darker blue lightning bolts. Oh, and again, uh, pinless joints, double jointed knees. She also still has her regular drop down hips, something that we are starting to see a lot of in the Lightning collection. As I mentioned before, drop down hips, if you are unlucky, they might be loose. What I mean by loose is that if you were to look inside of the mechanism itself, the friction between the two parts that you see here would be quite loose. So that's why not a lot of people like it. But if it's nice and tight like this, if it's nice and tight like this figure, the legs aren't shaky at all, which is very nice. And then if it's still nice and tight, you get a much more, bigger range, or more range of articulation that you can basically do. Drop down hits are very nice, man. Come on. Like, if it's just without the drop down hips, this is as high as it go. If I drop this hip down, and then if I were to kick upwards, oops, I think because I bend this thing down onwards, yeah, you can see, kind of see the difference. The concept is there, but that's how you can basically understand how this character would work, or how this drop down hips technology would work. So you can see here, this is a nice spread, quite reasonable. Uh, but if I drop it down even more, I don't think it makes a difference. I think that's mostly because you can kind of see you know, where the articulation actually ends on the hip area over here. Yep, you can see that black area kind of looks like a semicircle. That is where the mold actually ends. Still nice though. Afterwards, let's see over here. You do also have, let me just try to get it zoomed in. You do have some nice fancy boots. Some nice fancy army boots. It would be nicer if it would actually be nicer if it was, like black or green, just so that it would be in the same exact theme as army boots in general. But it's still quite nice that we have something molded quite nicely over here as well. Hmm. I also do notice, oh dear, I do have a little bit of paint scuff in this area here, but there is a nice little golden trim around her boots as well. Yeah, I guess this is quite nice. This is still quite a nice and reasonable figure to to actually include in your Lightning collection. And also quite I've actually tried to look online for the civilian hits of these just of Street Fighters, and funny enough, we don't really have a lot of merchandise for Street Fighters. In figure form, actually. What the type of figures that I was actually trying to look for are like those, like in Dragon Ball, there's a line called WCF. I don't really recall what it stands for, but those WCF figures, it's like they have tiny bodies but big hits. However, the hits aren't really that big. The hits are actually around this size. It's just that the bodies are much more smaller. So I tried to look for a Street Fighter equivalent of those line. Of that particular action figure line or collectible line, just so that I can get civilian hits of Ken, Ryu, Chun Li, and Cammy. However, I just can't find it. I can't find it at all. And tiny figures of Street Fighters, almost as their design is really quite bad, or like it's just a very basic or simple toy kind of situation, if you know what I mean. Mm, yeah, yeah, you're right. You're right about that, Galaxy. Except for the mask or the helmet and the chest piece, there is nothing really Power Rangers about this. Also, except for the belt. Okay, then. So I guess that one should be it with regards to the particular figure. Accessory wise, articulation wise is the exact same one. You get the exact same articulation as everyone that you would see on the Lightning collection. Just we have a very nice bag over here. I believe this one would be her coin, the Stinging Crane coin. So all of the how do you say, like the shadow or the shape of the belt that you can see over here would basically be in this particular shape or in this particular look. Yep. Other than that, they have other coins. This one, oh no, wait, hang on. This is like Chun-Li's coin, I believe. This is like Chun-Li's coin. This one is definitely Ryu's coin. And what about Ken? Does Ken? Oh, there you go. This is Ken's power coin over here. So it's kind of nice that they design very unique power coins for these particular figures. Let's see what we got over here. Let's just slowly take out all of these accessories, put it on the table for a bit. Okay, so another thing that I noticed when I was checking out the accessories in my dealer shop before I, take it home with me, is that she actually comes with one open palm hand, as you can see over here, and then one karate chop hand, right? So you can see here, yeah, left karate chop hand, right open palm hand. However, in the box, or based on the box that you can see, the whole list of accessories that she actually comes with, what it's showing you is right karate chop hand and left open palm hand. So yeah, I don't think mine is an error. I just think it's an error with regards to the box, or the box showing you the accessories. Because if we take a look at this example action pose, she has the left karate chop hand, which is also what I have, a left karate chop hand. And then if we were to look at it from the front, right over here, this is the right open palm hand. So yeah, I don't think this is an error. I just think that it's sorry, uh, accessory wise, it's not an error. Only the product image or the product shots at the back of the box, that's where the error is. Over here, you also do have your regular stand. You do have the peg holes and the pegs. You do have the peg holes and the pegs as well. All the Lightning Collection figures, they do come with peg holes at the bottom of their feet. So, just gotta find a good way to slowly stabilize and push the bloody thing into the stand, in which I am having a tough time doing. Let's see how it goes. Yep, something like this, which is quite impressive or quite good. Let's go through. Let's try one accessory over here. You do have one punching accessory, or like I don't know how you call it, vortex punch or spinning punch. Okay, I think I'm just gonna call it a spinning punch, spinning punch, or like I think her, yeah, just a spinning punch. I don't know what her character's name, or what her character would call this particular punching attack, because Cammy does a lot of spinning attacks. If you are familiar with the Street Fighter lore, she does do a lot of spinning attacks, which can basically fit into your any hands would do, I believe. Let's try to see on the right hand, because at the back of the box, the product shots does show her putting this on her right hand. Yep. And if you can take a closer look at it, you can see the four fingers of the fist and then the little bit of thumb. So the little bit of, oops, so the little bit of thumb is here and the four fingers are here as well. So yeah, just find a way to push this in. And then if you are trying to, get her to punch you, or get her to punch anyone, any of your opponents in any particular poses, just make sure you put it in such a way where she is, or she would be, flying to you in a vortex and then just spinning halfway. Because yeah, that is basically how she attacks. She just basically just rotates and then attacks somebody in the games. I mean, you know. So that is for your vortex punch, or your one of your spinning punching attack. One thing that I very much am a big fan of, or one thing that I very much like, is that she also comes with a spiral arrow attack, or spiral arrow effect piece. Yep, I think this is from the Legacy Wars video game, where also maybe in her mainline game, but in the Legacy Wars video game, you can actually hear her say the word spiral arrow where whenever she attacks. So that would basically mean that she would be kicking from the bottom, or kicking from her legs onwards, and then spin as well. So basically it's like spinning while kicking. So yeah, that is what the effect piece is. If I were to just bend the particular feet accessory over here, I mean bend the particular feet, slide in the accessory over here, okay, and then from here onwards, if I were to just pose her in any way I want, I can just basically have it in such a way where the character is doing a spiral arrow attack. One good thing about this is that this particular effect piece also has a peg hole as well, and with this particular peg hole, you can, slide in the peg or slide in the figure on top of the included stand. So, that way, if you have any additional piece or any additional effect pieces, you can quite, I would say, what am I saying? If you have any additional display stands, you can have, Cammy posing with her particular kicking feet or her spiral arrow type of feet, which is quite nice. It is quite cool indeed that you can just replicate certain signature attacks from Street Fighter or from another franchise with a Lightning Collection Ranger form figure. Yeah, I'm gonna have to fix the legs a little bit just so I can make sure that I'm posing it right. Okay, last but not least, we have the Stinging Crane effect piece itself. It really does look like a little bit of a mole trace, don't you think? But a green kind of mole trace, and because of the the effect, like the effect piece itself does look a bit electric. Kind of looks like a combination of both Zapdos and Moltres, only this time it's like a crane. It's like a green chicken, green electric chicken. Yep, this effect piece is quite, soft itself. So if you bend it too long in such a way, I can also still foresee the effect piece breaking. So you gotta store it with care, or like handle it with care itself. I'm not too sure what kind of attack she would use, where you know where the chi energy, or she'll be releasing out a stinging crane kind of chi attack. But still a nice accessory to have. So far with all of the Street Fighters effect pieces that we have, they all come with their particular animals. Yeah, they all do come with their particular animals, and these animals, they all are able to be on a stand, or they can be placed on a stand. So it would of course be nice for every one of these particular Street Fighter Rangers to be posing right next to their effect piece animals or their Ranger form animals. Definitely is nice though. uh, let's see how we can do this. Hmm. I think right now I'm just trying to, post this for a particular thumbnail. But yeah, what do you guys think? What do all of you think about it? In the event if you are watching this stream after the fact, as a live stream playback or live stream playback review, feel free to let me know in the comments down below. It is considered a Friday night in Malaysia. I didn't actually give out a um, an announcement to say when I will be streaming. But more or less whenever I am available on a Friday night. Since I am considered like a working adult itself, I rarely do go out on a Friday night. But still, this is where I get to have the chance to sit and chat with each and every one of you. I I would like to play more games and record them, so I'll try to do that once, or try to do that for a bit, and then see how everyone likes it. I'll just play random games, pre-record them, narrate a little bit while I'm playing the games. It's almost like a let's play kind of style. Only this time I just don't have. This time I just won't use any webcams as usual. Let's see what would be a good way to pose her. Why are you conflicted, man? Like, but the other hand, the model doesn't feel Power Ranger vibe. Yeah, I mean, yeah, yeah, there is a valid point. It is a very good, um, you know, it is a very good figure to actually have. I mean, especially if you're not so much of a fan of Street Fighter, but you're still quite a fan of Power Rangers, and this is like a good combination of the franchise, or even if you are a fan of both franchises itself, this one really is quite a good figure. However, the design, well, as I mentioned previously, the design of these, uh, especially for the Ken Ranger, the Soaring Falcon Ranger, as well as this Ranger over here, which is the Stinging Crane Ranger over here. It's I'm seriously just assuming or seriously just suspecting that this is a original character design and not, and they didn't really commission someone officially from Capcom to make these characters over here. This one is a nice, uh, yeah. I mean, if I want to take a picture with this character shooting out her crane ability, then that one would be nice. But I don't think this would be a good thumbnail. Maybe like this over here. Yeah, I'll figure that out a little bit more later on. Just gotta adjust the hand a little bit. And now I've messed up the legs. Yeah. Oh well, at least yeah, but it's better than us getting nothing, right? What I believe or what I suspect is that Hasbro does have or did have some a little bit of rights left over with regards to the Street Fighter franchise, so they decided to create their own designs with certain characters that they have. Either that or it could be something else entirely. But other than that, really quite appreciate what they are trying to do with all of these collaborations. Honestly, because in the game they only had Ryu Ranger and Chun-Li Ranger, which just like the Bat in the Sun, the guys that brought you the superpower beatdown when they gave you the trailer of Chun-Li Ranger and the Ryu Ranger itself, they only designed two. But but of course, now we have an additional two more. I think that would be the extent of the collaboration. I honestly don't think that they would make any more in the future. Right now, we are currently celebrating like what, the 30th anniversary of Power Rangers. Since we're all celebrating the 30th anniversary of Power Rangers, we are trying to focus a lot more on the Mighty Morphin line, I guess, with all of the remastered items, with all the remastered ranges that have been launched or that have been announced itself, which I would actually be getting, like the Green Ranger, because I need a armorless Green Ranger, so that way I don't have to go out and look for or buy another Green Ranger, just so I can attempt to remove the armor. I would also get the Red Ranger, well, that's because the Red Ranger comes with the removable Green Ranger armor. Yeah, and I'm still hoping out for Hasbro to release a proper Red Ranger with the Dragon Shield as a singular figure by itself. Yeah, Mortal Kombat collab. Oh wow, that would be very scary. I mean, Mortal Kombat collab. I can actually see it. There is a season of Power Rangers called Q Ranger, and there is an Orange Ranger, which is a Scorpion, right? Yeah, which is based on the Scorpion zodiac or star constellation. So if they combine Scorpion with that Ranger design, that would be perfect. I guess that would be perfect. Only difference is changing the orange color to a yellowish color, because I think that is what the Scorpion outfit is. Sub-Zero, anything that is ice, if I'm sure we have had ranges using ice powers. So we can basically use that's use a type of blue ranger, and design it like a Sub-Zero design overall. But yeah, I think that one mostly is with regards to today's review. I think it was quite short, but of course, this is Cammy that we are talking about. So since Cammy herself is just by herself, um, and I didn't prepare any other figures to compare it with, so we will be ending the stream right over here. Thank you all so much for watching this particular live stream video after the fact. If you guys like it, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you think about this particular figure. Let me know what you think about the collab, or everything else itself. Labor Day is coming soon. That will be on Monday. I am working. I am working on a new figure review, or another new model kit review. That would be the Kamen Rider Ryuga. As you have seen from my community posts, I have posted a particular YouTube short about vital bracelets. That one will be like a Digimon franchise, and I have used Metabots inside of it. So if you have not seen the Metabots review, do feel free to watch that one as well. And yeah, I guess that one should be it. As always, feel free to subscribe. More good things are coming. I'll just be posting gaming videos just to give or take appease the existing subscribers or existing viewership as well. Galaxy, thanks again so much for joining in on today's stream. You've been great as always. I'm just gonna go continue working on my recording for another model kit, and yep. Oh man, hope you enjoy the weekend too. Oh, and if I remember correctly, this weekend, Saturday, Sunday, um, the Impulse Gaming shop is having their grand big opening of their shop in KL, in town. So if you do have any games that you want to pick up, feel free to drop on over there as well. I actually gotta work tomorrow, so I'll probably just drop by there around the evening time if it's not too jammed. Because Malaysia does have a lot of cars and we do like getting stuck in jams. Thanks again so much, Galaxy. Appreciate it. Yep, I guess that one should be it. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone over here so much for joining in on the stream, and I will see you all next time. Well, Shopee still has a sale for Impulse Gaming, so I think you can check that out as well. The sale is quite good if you have enough Shopee coins. If you have the rebate voucher, you will get quite a lot of savings. Or basically just wait until 6/6 or 7/7 if you can't make it for 5/5. Yep. Thank you all again one more time. I'll see you all next time. Bye.
You're part of every breath I take, light that's shining over me. You're there for every choice I make, guide to help me find my way. Won't you hold me closely? I don't wanna fade away. Please just watch over me. It's not easy. Your love is more. Your love is more.